Victory, area and skill, persistent with appeal, charisma mixed with attitude, I'm vicious on the field, kinda gifted if you will, I'm past the line, about to get the sack, no need to make change, I got the quarterback.
And then there were four: Packers, Buccaneers, Bills, Chiefs, just four. But a million storylines intertwine. Who makes it out of Championship Sunday? We'll tell you who we think. Our picks, we'd love to hear from you guys, though, of course, watching at GMFB. The playoffs continue. It's all going on Sunday. Of course, the dream is closer. The stakes are higher. Will the Chiefs run it back? We'll tell you what we think. All these four are looking to punch their ticket to Tampa Bay. The NFC AFC Championship games presented by Intuit TurboTax Live action kicks off Sunday at 3:05 Eastern on Fox. This is our show presented by Truist, live in New York. Peter Schrager, Kyle Brandt, Nate Burleson, myself, Kay Adams, and we are so looking forward to all this action. We just had Halloween in January. Which
somehow, some way. This weekend is Christmas.
I didn't even know what month it was. I really was like,
it's January.
Is it? Great. I like your t-shirt.
Allegedly. Thank you.
Let's talk about it.
Just a couple of young kids. Got a football game this weekend. Look at this. This is Brady and Rogers. It reads like one of those who are these? Wrong answers only. And people are weighing in on it. We have Jim Halpert and Ron Jeremy. That's it. That's what people are saying. So keep sending them. Thank you.
Nice. I love it at GMFB. Let's bring in Ian Rappaport here. Let's check in on that Chiefs offense. What is the latest on, honestly, not only Patrick Mahomes, of course, pivotal for this one, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who had a great game last time these two teams met. Sammy Watkins as well in a revenge game of sorts.
Well, let's start with Patrick Mahomes. He was limited yesterday in practice, which is actually a really good sign because he was also limited on Wednesday, still in the NFL's concussion protocol. But the fact that he did not have a setback from Wednesday to Thursday is a sign that he is at least on track to be out on the field on Sunday. We will see if Patrick Mahomes is able to practice fully today. If he is, then we would say he has a very good shot of being out there when the Chiefs need him most on Sunday. Then, of course, a couple other big-time players for the Chiefs still as of right now up in the air. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he has been limited this week, but back at practice, progress there. Remember, he's dealing with not just a hip injury, but also an ankle injury. Happened on the same play, missed the last game. He is looking good for this game as well. We will continue to track that. And then finally, Sammy Watkins, their receiver, did not play last week, still coming back from a calf injury, but he was back at practice Wednesday and Thursday. No setbacks yet. Real chance the Chiefs have all of these guys on the field on Sunday.
Not good news for Bills fans, that's for sure. Our picks are coming up here on the show. Ian, appreciate the updates all around. And it's safe to say the two quarterbacks we expect to see in the AFC Championship game were the cream of the crop during the regular season. We all have been talking about it. We got the best four. These certainly the best two in that conference. They are top five in almost everything. Maybe it's Allen, maybe it's Mahomes. What do you think, Kyle, will be the deciding factor in the Bills-Chiefs game on Sunday?
A couple things. Can Mahomes move? Can he move, and can he move well? Can he run? I think we're quick to forget last year in the title game, his biggest play of the year was the run, the slow motion run down the sideline, spinning against the Titans. And for all the throws he does, it's the run. I can't think of how many times we've seen him in his young career where they finally got the Chiefs and it's 3rd and 11 and they're going to punt. Mahomes runs for 12 yards, runs out of bounds, and then does that thing where he brushes off his jersey. It's infuriating. Can he do that? If he can't do it, I think it's a serious problem. And the other thing is, I've done the math, I've done the research. I think the Chiefs need to turn the ball over twice for the Bills to win. 2 times. Here's why. Patrick Mahomes has started 52 games. Games with Chiefs, no turnovers, he's 14-2. The games with 1 turnover, he's 22-3. If you get 2 turnovers from the Chiefs, he's 7-4. It guarantees nothing. They had 2 turnovers in the Super Bowl. Still pretty good record. It's not bad. Look, he threw 2 picks in the Super Bowl, and they still won. But it gives you a chance. Now, listen. This is that game where the ball goes off the hands of, I don't know, Anthony Sherman or Demarcus Robinson, and they pick it off. I don't think he's making 2 pure interceptions. He just doesn't do it. I love the Bills. I'm on the Bills. Their offense can go back and forth. The math says Patrick Mahomes doesn't lose games. 2 turnovers may be what it takes, especially if he's running around like we're used to.
I think it's the most underrated storyline in this game that we're so caught up in the concussion protocol with Mahomes, where he could barely move.
You've been on it,
got
Peter.
knocked out of that game. And I'm telling you, that foot, it's his left foot, it's his big toe. That's his plant. That is a lot of the stuff. And you saw there was a couple throws there in the end of the first half where Mahomes, he just didn't have the strength. And Romo called it out. Tony Romo was like, he usually makes those throws. That's the foot that's bothering him.
The protocol wagged the dog away from the foot.
I think it's everything. If he's on the field, it's still not the Mahomes we're used to.
No.
And yet, to me, Kay, the deciding factor of this game will come down to the other quarterback, because I think this is going to be it's going to be a shootout. This is going to be a shootout. Last week I came on the show and was like, the first team to 20 is going to win, Bills versus Ravens. And it was 17-3.
Yeah.
I think this one, the defense that holds a team under 35 is going to win. I think this one is like one of those 42-39 shootouts. And I think Mahomes throws the ball all over the yard. Sorry, Leslie Frazier's defense. I think Mahomes is that good. And then Josh Allen's going to have to answer the call. Josh Allen statistically was fine against the Colts. Last week, didn't have to do anything that was special against the Ravens because of the game plan. It was like, let's just worry about our defense. Let's get it done. Josh Allen needs to be amazing.
No margin for error.
No margin of error. And guess what? He was amazing this entire season. He really was. I don't want to see the Josh Allen from last week. I don't want to see the Josh Allen from Wild Card Week. I want to see the Josh Allen from the loss they had to the Chiefs in Week 6 straight through to Week 17. Josh Allen was as good as any quarterback in football. That includes Mahomes. That includes Rodgers.
You need the good stuff, Peter. Like the top shelf of the liquor cabinet. The good stuff.
This isn't going to be one of those games where we're relying on a Taron Johnson 102-yard pick to win this, and it's certainly not going to be on Devin Singletary to churn out 120 yards. Josh Allen, this is your time. The most important factor of this game will be the quarterback of the Bills and whether he's at the top of that pyramid. Because right now, it's Mahomes, it's Rodgers, and Russell Wilson kind of hanging on still. Josh Allen wins this game, he is in the conversation. I think he's got it. He has to have it on Sunday.
Kyle, do you think Josh Allen can avoid making the big mistake if he does get into a shootout with Patrick Mahomes?
It's the question. It's the number one question.
How confident are you?
I'm pretty confident, but listen, I'm not totally confident. I know Mahomes is going to be great. I think Josh Allen's going to be great. This is the biggest game of his life.
Josh Allen has definitely matured. You don't see him making those mistakes as often as he used to. This matchup has two of the most entertaining offenses in all the business. The play calling is going to be there. So for me, this game is going to come down who can be more creative. And when you talk about creativity, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm not talking about the shtick stuff, the temptations with the spin. I love that stuff and it's cute. But I'm talking about real creativity, stuff that you haven't seen. Right here, they put their quarterback in motion. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been playing football since I was 8 years old. I've never seen that. You see this pitch play, the underneath, to Sherm. You have a direct snap to Travis Kelce. He flips it. Like, this is what's going to make or break this offense, because traditional play calling is not going to win you the next couple of games. We see the creative play calling from Bieniemy and Andy Reid. The more that you do it, the harder it is for teams to stop you. I was just told as a little kid, you can't use up creativity. The more you use it, the more you have. And that's a compliment to the offense, but also it puts every defense in a bind.
Nate, don't sleep on the Bills' creativity. I mean, in their first playoff game, Josh Allen caught a touchdown.
That's a fact.
They'll do it.
And Deion Dawkins caught a touchdown in a big game against the Patriots last year.
But I feel like if the Bills will call two plays that seem like trick plays, as we like to call them, or very creative plays, the Chiefs will call 5. And it isn't like, oh, man, this is something we've been saving. They will empty the bag this weekend. And if the Bills can't do the same, I feel like that is going to be a deciding factor in who wins.
We'll see who the MVP is of that AFC matchup. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the real MVPs of this past year. They've been the dedicated frontline healthcare workers, of course, who put their lives and continue to do so at risk, and we owe them our ongoing gratitude. So the NFL is going to use the Super Bowl, the biggest stage we have, the most watched event of the entire year, to honor and thank them. Commissioner Goodell had a surprise for a few frontline health workers yesterday. Take a look.
Hello, everybody. Sorry for crashing your meeting. I am the son of a nurse, and all of you have a very special place in my heart. I've seen the work that you do. My mom used to talk about it all the time. It's just extraordinary work, and we owe you our ongoing gratitude and can't thank you enough. So I know everyone in your area is a little excited about an event that's coming in a few weeks, the Super Bowl, I hope. The reason that I wanted to get on this call for a minute to thank you all is I wanted to tell you that we want your team to be there. So if you're able to swing it, I want to invite each member of your team, the 5 Waldermere unit, to be our guest at the Super Bowl. I don't know if
Oh
that
my
means
God.
I don't know if that means you accept or not.
Yes, yes.
We accept.
Oh my gosh.
You will be among thousands of vaccinated healthcare workers that are going to be receiving Super Bowl tickets over the next couple of weeks. You're the first ones to get that offer. And we can't thank you enough, and we hope that this program will be a small way to celebrate you, honor you, and most importantly, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Roger. Appreciate you at the NFL.
Can't wait to see you in a couple of weeks.
How great is that? That was Sarasota Memorial's COVID unit about an hour from Tampa. They are just some of approximately 7,500 vaccinated healthcare workers that will be given free Super Bowl tickets and game day experiences. The NFL hoping that in a small way, this initiative will inspire our country to recognize these true American heroes. What a feel-good moment. I love that we got to see that right now. Nate, what do you think?
Awesome gesture by the NFL. Well done. Oftentimes when a kid comes up to me, he's like, I look up to you, man. You're my hero. I say thank you. And then the next thing I say is, don't call me your hero. I don't want to be your hero. I'm a good football player, but I'm not your hero. The heroes are those in the military, the police, the men and women who protect and serve us, doctors, nurses, teachers. Those are Americans' heroes, and they should be praised as such. We're just really good athletes that get paid a lot of money to go out there and do a kid's game. So I love that the NFL is recognizing those who oftentimes wear a cape year-round, and they never get a pat on the back.
It's the hardest ticket to secure in sports. It's really hard to get a Super Bowl ticket. It's really expensive to get a Super Bowl ticket. So to see that 7,500 of them are giving to free to the people who need them and really deserve them, who have been through more this year than perhaps anybody else, is really warming. And I think it's the perfect play by the NFL, and it's right, and it feels great. And I cannot wait for that national anthem, that Star Spangled Banner, then to look at the crowd and see 7,500 healthcare workers getting to enjoy the Super Bowl experience.
And dance into the weekend, baby, at halftime.
Literally, Kay, like letting their hair down, enjoying it, and enjoying what might be the greatest Super Bowl we've ever seen with 4 of the best teams left.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And congratulations to all of those healthcare workers who are going to be able to experience it firsthand.
We probably all know some healthcare workers we're either friends with or they're in our lives. One of my closest friends lives across the street from me on our street. He is an emergency room doctor in the Bronx, and he has been through all of this. And we'll catch up sometimes at the end of the driveway. And last spring, he would come home, and I'd say, how was it? And he was just ashen. And he would just say, bad things, man, really bad. And it always stuck with me. And he is one of thousands and millions. And this is exactly what should be done. It's an incredible moment for incredible people.